Once upon a time, there was a man named John who posts videos online about making money and investing. John always told people, stop buying $5 Starbucks because that $5 one day will be worth $200 in the future if invested properly. While John's reasoning makes sense, people didn't want to stop buying Starbucks, nor did they want to wait 40 years for this $5 to become worth $200. He then had to take a different approach and really think about what 20-year-olds are doing wrong with their money, so he came up with the following list, and this might piss some people off, but that's okay. The first item on John's list is stop taking money from your parents. You're a grown up now, go get a job and start making your own money. Not only does this build your character and your connections, it will also give you people skills like nothing else ever will. I don't care how many degrees you get, people skills you learn them by being among people and working with people. And you know what they say, your network is your net worth. Keep that in mind. Now, buying a luxury car can be tempting, I get it. You see all these people online flexing their G-Wagons and their Rolls Royces. But hold on, you'll get there. But not now. Nowadays, they trap you with all the financing options you have. You can only pay $500 a month and you'll own your dream car. Well, be careful when it comes to that because this will do a lot of financial damage. Financing a luxury car means you're gonna pay a hefty payment every month, which will strain your finances for years to come. And not only that, but there's also high maintenance and repair costs when it comes to buying a luxury car. Instead, buy a car that you can afford with cash right now, drive it until it doesn't run anymore, and once you can buy 5 of the luxury car you've always wanted, then you can afford to buy one of them. A 401k can be a decent way for you to save for retirement, but with a capital B. It's a decent way, but it's definitely the slow way for you to retire. Well, first of all, the traditional path of you investing in a 401k, basically when you invest in the 401k, you're giving money to the government and telling them, I don't trust myself with that money, keep it with you and I'll take it once I reach 60. Do you want to do that with your money? I personally don't. But anyway, it's a very slow way for you to get to retirement, and this path is meant to be slow. It's built that way. The only way you don't pay a penalty is if you only pull out money 59 and a half years old. If you pull out any dollars before that age, penalized. If you want to take that route, then by all means do so. I personally am working on a quicker route. Going to college can be a valuable investment, but it is often an expensive one. People underestimate the cost of going to college and they overestimate the result of going to college. If you're attending college for engineering, medicine, or law, then by all means, more power to you, good luck, you will do well in life. Most likely. But if you're going there to get a degree in gender studies, the cost of going to college and all other expenses that come with it can lead you to take out big amounts of student loans, which will affect you for years to come. It's very important for you to research and understand what you're doing. You have to understand how much money you're going to pay, how much money you can potentially get in the best case scenario and in the worst case scenario as well. Because graduating with $0 like myself is already a challenge. Starting at 22 years old with no money to your name is very hard to begin with. Now imagine starting with a balance of negative 40,000 because you took out a loan for you to get a degree. That's like adding extra challenges to a life that's already hard to begin with. Investing in index funds such as the S&P 500. Nothing wrong with that, but people underestimate the impact of inflation on their investment. You might be Excel rich now and show people that in 40 years you'll have $5 million invested in the S&P 500. But keep in mind that in 40 years, this 5 million would be worth 1 million in today's money. And that's not a lot of money for you to retire on, especially if you want to live a good life. I am personally delaying investing into these funds until I have big chunks of money for me to invest, because to me these tools are to preserve wealth and not to create wealth. Real estate can be a great investment and a great place for you to put your money in, but the problem is people are doing it way too early, or they just buy a house, live in it and think that they're actually investing when they're not. Every real estate guru on YouTube is going to tell you about how easy it is to buy a house and to get rich from real estate, but what they fail to tell you is that when you buy that house and take a mortgage out for 30 years, you're gonna be paying that house for 30 years without it actually paying you. And to my understanding, this is the exact opposite of what an investment is. Investments pay you instead of you paying them. So if you're in your 20s, there's a very low chance that you're actually a multimillionaire. Personally, what I'm going to do is become a multimillionaire and then invest in real estate. If you really like buying Gucci that much, then just save for it and buy it. But keep in mind that the money you just spent on Gucci could have been invested into your skills, which would have made you so much more money, which would have allowed you to buy so much more Gucci in the future. If that's your thing, delay your gratification now and your future self will thank you. Spending money on cigarettes. Do I really have to explain this? Where I currently live, every pack of cigarettes costs about about $8. So if you smoke 3 packs a week, let's keep it conservative, you're spending $24 a week or $96 a month. Now, even though in the grand scheme of things, like the Starbucks example earlier, this doesn't really move the needle much, but it's the habit, and having bad habits definitely is reflected into your business. The damage to smoking goes beyond financial. Not only are you impacting your health negatively, but you're often taking cigarette breaks and not focusing 100% on the task at hand and going into deep work. And after all, the growth of your business is a direct reflection of your personal growth in real life, and so are the bad habits that you have in real life implemented into your business as well. Not all debt was created equal. There's smart debt and there's dumbass debt. Taking out a loan to start a new business is completely different than taking out a loan to buy a new car or a new coffee table. They're very different things. One has the potential for you to make money, pay off that debt, and pocket a lot more money, and the other one has only one result that comes out of it, and that is draining your bank account. Not keeping track of your spending. They say if you wake up every morning and just weigh yourself without changing anything throughout your day, you will lose weight. Same applies for your finances. The more you measure or track where money is going and where every dollar you spend is going, the easier it is for you to achieve your financial goals, because you'll understand where I'm spending money and where I should be spending money. More money will be in your bank account. I have about 2,000 hours on record of me playing Dota 2, which, if you guys don't know, it's a video game. Not only did I spend valuable time on playing a game, but I also spent my money on buying in-game assets called skins, which just makes your character look cooler and has no marginal benefit whatsoever. And buying more items got me more invested into a game, which made me play more and waste more time. Just don't do it. Now, last but definitely not least is spending money on platforms such as OnlyFans. Should I explain this even more? If you're spending your time and money on something like this, instead go on YouTube, watch videos on how to make more money such as this one. You'll be way better off. By the way, if you didn't know, I was John and I was the person who was telling people to stop buying Starbucks. Now I tell you, buy all the Starbucks you want as long as you watch this video on how you can start making more money.